everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my April plan with me and also showing you all of my spreads from the month of March. So without further ado, let's get started. If you guys are interested in watching me plan for March, I will make sure to leave a link in the description box if you're interested in checking that out. But my theme for March was pretty much just like natural colors. There wasn't a super cohesive theme throughout, but I ended up sticking with mostly like a dark olive color as well as green. So this is what my cover page turned out, and I think it's probably one of my favorites that I've ever done. On the left page over here I have my goals and highlights section, and then on the right I have my habit tracker, and I also really like how I did the lettering on top of the photos. I think it makes it look a little bit different than from something that I used to do. But on the next page I have my mood tracker on the left hand side, and then my expense tracker on the right, which is something that I like to continue to use from month to month, and I will continue to use that in April as well. So here's my first weekly spread. You can see me set this up in my plan with me. But yeah, as you can see, I used some newspaper as well as photographs, and then also some of this craft paper. This spread I really hate, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. I just kind of went way too far with, like, there was just way too much stuff going on. I don't really like the watercolor that I added, and I also think the washi tape is just too patterny, but whatever. There's some other ones that I like, so this is probably one of my favorites. I like how I changed up the fonts, because normally I do some type of cursive calligraphy, but this one was just more like cartoony, which I like the change. It's something that I ended up using in my April part. And then this is the last spread, which I haven't started using yet because it's for this upcoming week that I am filming it. And I also like this one. I didn't end up using any photographs, which is something different from what I normally do. But yeah, that is March. So now on to planning for April. For this month I decided to do a pastel yellow type of theme. So I like to do a watercolor painting for my cover page. So I just found this photo on Pinterest of this bike in front of this old wall with a window, and then I decided to make the shutters yellow to match my theme. So pretty much this was quite a long process because the bike was like really intricate. So I did all the background first, and then after that I had to wait for all the paint to dry and then do a bunch more layers of the bike and stuff like that. So it took me like 2 days to do this, but I do like how it turned out. So I also used some white acrylic paint, which I often do in my watercolors, just to use a paint that's more pigmented. And then I also ended up using a bunch of different markers and fine liners just to make it like the lines a little bit more intricate. As you can see, for the windows I used a jelly roll, and I also ended up coloring in a bunch of different parts with different water-based markers and then blending them in with some more water. And then also for the bike I outlined most of it with a fine liner, and then also added these flowers in a basket on the back of the bike. But overall I really like how this painting turned out. I really enjoy doing a painting every single month as my cover page, just because it gives me an opportunity to practice my like art skills that I don't normally do. But then on the bottom I just added a line so I could easily write out April, and I did this with a Sharpie, and then just made the downstrokes thicker to make it look like calligraphy, and then I glued it into my journal, and yeah, that's how it turned out. So next is my calendar page, and I'm going to warn you that it's definitely not my best work, and I'm not completely happy with it, but whatever, life happens and I'm just gonna go with it. So I decided to start by making my calendar on the left hand page, and then I added some yellow watercolors, added my days of the week, and then also glued in a photo at the top. And then this is where things went wrong, when I added this like cartoon writing with a gray drop shadow. It just didn't really look that good, and I used it in the past like on in like a smaller context and it looked better, but in this case I didn't really like it, but whatever. On the other page I just used some yellow tissue paper and some photos. I have a spot for my to-do list and also events for the month. So this is how it turned out, and I also added some of these stickers that I made of like some floral doodles that I just put in there to add some more decoration. And yeah, so turning the page, next is my highlights and goals section on the left. So I just wrote highlights on a photo of lemons and then added my goals section at the bottom. On the right hand side, I just started with adding some yellow watercolor and then used these stickers on top, which I like to change for just like a difference in font. Added all of my habits so I can keep track of them throughout the month, and then also added some more photos at the bottom. And flipping the page, next I started by making my mood tracker, and I really hated the font for that, so I decided to start fresh and just add some tissue paper and stickers on top. Added some more washi tape and stuff, and then on the other side I have my expense tracker with different sections so I can keep track of my expenses accordingly. So that's how this part turned out. So this is my first weekly spread, which I'm actually really happy with how it turned out because I kept it pretty simple. So pretty much I just used some photos and some yellow tissue paper and put that in with some doodles around, and then I just did some simple calligraphy for each day of the week. And yeah, I think the key for me at least is to keep my spreads pretty simple, because right when I start adding more and more stuff I hate it even more, and then because I don't like it I keep on adding stuff, and then it just ends up becoming really messy and I'm not super happy with it. But overall it's not my favorite, but I still do like it. I'm really happy with the cover page, and like I said, I really like the first weekly spread. But yeah, regardless, it will keep me organized throughout April. So yeah, that's the ultimate goal of this. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in watching any more of my other bullet journal videos, I will make sure to link a playlist in the description box. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!